90 Day Fiancé Season 11 is in full swing, with all 7 couples on the way to getting married. While some of the couples this season have a good chance of saying yes at the altar, other relationships are already falling apart. Here's our official ranking on the likelihood of the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 couples getting married. It would be a huge shock if Shekinah Garner and Sarper Guven don't get married at the end of Season 11. Shekinah and Sarper are the couple fans are most familiar with this season, following their time on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. Sarper has finally moved with Shekinah to America, where he's adjusted fairly well. The only challenge Shekinah and Sarper are currently facing is the pending approval of Shekinah's daughter Sophie. Shekinah claimed that she can't marry a man her daughter doesn't like, but thankfully Sophie is already beginning to like Sarper. It's evident that Shekinah and Sarper are madly in love and very compatible. Out of all 7 couples, they're definitely the most likely to marry at the end of the season. Another couple who will likely get married by the end of Season 11 are Stevie Nicole and Mahdi Al-Saadi. Stevie and Mahdi got engaged after spending only 1 week together in person, and the latter has now moved to Mississippi from Iran. Due to the current political tensions between the U.S. and Iran, Mahdi expressed that there's a possibility he may never be able to return home. Mahdi took a big chance moving to the U.S. for Stevie, so it's unlikely either one of them would do anything to jeopardize the relationship. While Stevie and Mahdi have a few cultural differences, there aren't any major problems in their relationship. The two have a lot in common and are clearly madly in love. While Stevie was concerned about Mahdi wanting to push up their wedding, this likely isn't something that would keep her from marrying him. It would be a shock if this couple doesn't tie the knot this season. Jessica Parsons and Juan David Daza are another returning couple this season. After meeting on a cruise, the couple hit it off and later had a son together. Juan has now joined Jessica and their son along with Jessica's 2 older boys in Wyoming. Despite a huge culture shock, Juan has begun to adjust his new life. The main issue for Jessica and Juan so far has been loyalty. Before Juan came to the U.S., he physically cheated on Jessica. On the other hand, Jessica emotionally cheated on Juan with her ex. While they were both hurt by the news, Jessica and Juan seem to have forgiven each other as neither were innocent. They haven't had too many other issues, so they will probably get married by the end of the season. Greg Chilik and Joan Krichov have a strong connection, but their relationship has challenges. Joan moved to America from Uganda to be with Greg, which forced her to leave behind her family as well as her NGO. While Joan is a very educated and accomplished woman in her career, Greg currently doesn't work. He even turned down a job much to the dismay of Joan. The couple are currently living with Greg's mother Lucille to save money, which has caused a slight rift between them. Recently, Joan told Greg that she plans to head back to Uganda if he doesn't get a job. Joan seemed serious about the ultimatum, which caught Greg off guard. If Greg finds a steady job, then he and Joan will definitely get married. If he doesn't, however, their relationship could be in trouble. Mark Bassett and Mina Mack are one of the more controversial couples on Season 11. The couple has a 25-year age difference as well as a 2-year-old daughter together. Both of these things have raised red flags for Mark's older daughter Jordan Bassett, who has openly expressed her concerns about Mina. Family concerns aren't the only problem for this couple, as Mark's past is now making Mina question her relationship with him. An acquaintance of Mark revealed to Mina that he was still talking about his ex when he started talking to her, which rubbed her the wrong way. A lot of issues have come up for Mark and Mina in a short period of time. While they might get married, there's also a chance they could decide to cancel their wedding. Sean Finch and Aaliyah de Batista are a complicated couple who have a lot of obstacles to surpass if they want to make things work. The couple has a 36-year age gap, which has caused several issues on its own. The real problem here, however, is that Sean doesn't want to be with a woman. Sean met Aaliyah when she was Douglas, although she has since had a significant transformation. While this is amazing for Aaliyah, it's caused hesitancy for Sean, who is mourning Douglas while still desiring a male partner. During a conversation with Aaliyah, Sean admitted that he wasn't sure he'd want to get married if it wasn't for the visa situation. This isn't a good sign, as you should never marry someone simply for logistical reasons. Marriage is a commitment, and Aaliyah deserves to be with someone as dedicated as she is. As it stands right now, it would be a shock if Sean and Aaliyah end up saying I do. Matt Jalassi, Amani Jalassi, and Eni Aguirre are the 90-Day Fiancé franchise's first throuple. However, it seems like they may have been cast on the wrong spin-off, as they're the only cast members not actively participating in the K1 process. Instead, Matt and Amani traveled to Mexico to get to know their girlfriend Eni on a deeper level. They plan to get a divorce to allow one of them to bring Eni to America on a K1 visa. It seems pretty certain that the throuple won't be having any weddings this season. It also seems likely that they may split, as they are not on the same page with basically anything. Amani has concerns that Eni may like Matt more, as she told her family that Matt's her boyfriend and Amani is just a friend. On the other hand, Eni admitted to Amani that she feels more for her than she does for Matt. Talk about chaotic.